a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will play the second game of a 3-game series against the New York Yankees here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short, and that works for me. Folks, how you feeling after last night? We came back home. We took on the Yankees, and we won. And there were a lot of positive signs that went on last night. A lot of things to talk about. The highlights, a great start from Tomoyuki Sagano, a home run robbing catch from Ced Mullins, a clutch 3-run homer from Ryan O'Hearn, Felix Bautista coming in the 9th inning with a 1-run lead, having to face the likes of Aaron Judge. He struck him out. And we nailed down that victory 4-3 last night. It felt really, really good. Now here's the deal, folks. We can win a series. I know. Newsflash. Where's my button for this?
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
Will we? Will we see history be made this season? As the Orioles are still searching for their first series win. We've got 2 cracks at it. And I'll tell you right now, your boy is greedy. I want to lock up that series win tonight, and I want a shot at a sweep tomorrow. I'm greedy. Greed. And folks, I think it's the most poetic setup you can possibly ask for. This is baseball. This is what baseball is all about, folks, because tonight, Kyle Gibson, former Oriole pitcher from a couple of seasons back. He was our opening day starter in the 2023 season in which we won 101 games. There's been nothing but positive feedback from former teammates, coaching staff, everybody in the Orioles organization. They love Kyle Gibson. And you know what? He was in the dugout. He was with the team last night. Getting ready to make his start here tonight, first start of the season. So the vibes were already here. And to go along with Gibson's return last night, it was reported after the game that the players had a meeting that was led by the veterans Cedric Mullins and Ryan O'Hearn. A couple of guys who have been, playing pretty well this season. They got the team together, and they had a talk. Now, what was said in that talk, I don't know. I wasn't there. And I also don't have a subscription to the Baltimore Sun to read further into it. Maybe if you have a subscription to the Sun and you've got some quotes you want to share in the Charm City chat to let us know, feel free. But bottom line is, this team has been lacking leadership. It's been very noticeable in the first month of the season. But it feels like if we were looking for some leaders, they showed up and they established who they were. Sid Mullins and Ryan O'Hearn said, look, if nobody else is going to lead this team, we will. And what happened last night? Mullins makes a home run robbing catch, and Ryan O'Hearn delivers the big blow, the 3-run homer. So what better way to make a statement to the rest of the team? Hey, boys, come join us. We're hungry. We want to win. And what a great win last night. So hopefully we're going to try and build off of that. If it doesn't work out tonight, it's not the end of the world. Again, we've got a shot at winning this series. We've got 2 cracks at it. So I'm not going to lose my mind. I just want to see this team play with some heart. Understand the fact that these are the Yankees in town and this is our house. And whenever that happens, no matter what the record is, no matter what's going on in the clubhouse, we come to play. All right? So tonight, Kyle Gibson, once again making his Orioles 2025 debut. He'll be facing Carlos Rodon, southpaw for the Yankees. We're pretty used to him. He's been pitching for them for the past several seasons. Rodon has had a pretty good start to his season. Pretty good numbers. I'm trying to bring him up here as I'm talking. Not having very much success. But let's see. Where is he? Rodon comes in with a record of 3-3. So he's already making his 7th start of the season. And in those first 6 starts, he has gone 36 innings, which, folks, if you're a math whiz, that'll tell you that this guy gives you 6 innings every start. So that right there is pretty impressive. I don't think any of our starting pitchers can claim that they're averaging 6 innings per start. He's got a record of 3.50 and a whip of 1.06. Very respectable. Just 20 hits in his 36 innings of work, striking out 45 batters. He has issued 18 walks. That's about 1 every other inning. And he's given up 5 home runs, which is just about 1 per game. So we need to be patient. We need to work that pitch count. Try to get some walks and set us up for the big hit. That's the recipe for me. And then on the other side of the equation, it's always the same with these Aaron Judge teams. Just do your best to limit the damage from Aaron Judge and worry about everybody else. Just go after those guys and make sure Judge isn't the one that beat you. That's what you got to do. All right, this game is going to be getting started in about 7 minutes, but I don't know if the game will be on until we hit the half-hour mark. So let me quickly read through the lineups here. For the visiting Yankees, leading off and playing center field, Trent Grisham. Aaron Judge will bat second and play in right field. Ben Rice, absent from last night's lineup, will hit third and be the DH. Paul Goldschmidt, the cleanup hitter, playing at first base. Cody Bellinger, who hit third last night. I need coffee. Can you tell? I'm all mush-mouthed. Tongue-tied, mushed-mouthed. Cody Bellinger is in left field hitting fifth. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will play at second base and bat sixth. Anthony Volpe at shortstop hits seventh. In the eighth spot and doing the catching is Austin Wells, and Oswaldo Cabrera will be at third base batting ninth. For the Orioles, remember, we're down several players, not just in the pitching department anymore. We're missing some hitters. And tonight we've got a season debut from somebody you might remember from the second half last season. His name will come up here in a sec, but leading off will be Sid Mullins in center field. Adley Rutschman will catch and bat second. Gunnar Henderson is the shortstop hitting third. Ryan Mountcastle, who's been mired in a terrible slump, he is the DH and cleanup hitter tonight against the lefty. Ramon Laureano will bat fifth and play in right field. Ramon Arias, back-to-back Ramones. He will bat sixth and play third base. Making his Oriole debut this season and playing at first base, getting called up since yesterday Emmanuel Rivera. Jorge Mateo will get a start tonight. He is at second base and batting 8th. And finally, Dylan Carlson is in left field batting 9th. 3 lefty bats on the bench plus the backup catcher. No Ryan O'Hearn to begin the ball game. No Jackson Holliday and no Heston Kjerstad. Just 2 lefty bats in the lineup, Gunnar and Mullins. You know you're going to play them. I built a lineup myself, BW's dream lineup, that had basically only one different hitter. I had Mateo not in the lineup. I had Ryan O'Hearn in the lineup, even though Mateo plays second base and Ryan O'Hearn plays first base DH. I found a way to do it, just moving Rivera from first to third and Arias from third to second. That'll get the job done. But we're going to go with Mateo tonight. Folks, we have not hit left-handed pitching at all this season. It has been absolutely dreadful. Ced Mullins and Ramon Arias, the only 2 batters doing anything against lefties to begin the season. We have got to figure out how to hit lefties tonight if we're going to have a chance to win. Otherwise, Kyle Gibson, we're going to be asking a whole lot from in his first start since last season. And considering that he's been building himself up to, building his pitch count up, I don't imagine he's going to go more than 5 innings, and that would be if he's got a very healthy pitch count. 75, 80 pitches maybe, I'm thinking, from Gibson tonight. 75, 80 would be my guess. I've got the Yes broadcast up tonight again. Oh, by the way, folks, you might notice if you're here last night, yes, I am wearing the exact same shirt. I'm wearing the exact same clothes. And guess what? If we win tonight, I'll do it again tomorrow. That's right. This is baseball, and I'm superstitious. And I'm willing to be unsanitary if that's what it takes. I'm not changing a thing. Are you kidding me? We had a lot of things fall into our lap or just go our way after so many weeks of seemingly just everything going against us. Last night, somebody was looking after us. Angels in the outfield, whatever the hell you want to call it, folks. So I'm not changing a thing. Welcome in the Charm City chat, folks. I hope you're excited for some Oriole-Yankee war. We got a war on our hands. By the way, folks, look at this. 3 subs. 3 subscribers. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, I mean, hell, let's knock this milestone out of the way before first pitch. Join the BirdWatcher community here. As you can tell, everybody is safe and sound. This is not a cult. And when you do subscribe, that little button there at the bottom of your screen, here's the deal. There's no commitment, there's no obligation, and there's no salesman that will visit your home. You will not be getting any annoying emails from Nigerian princes asking you to please deposit some money in their bank account so that they're able to pay you tenfold once they're able to move that money. Okay? It's not a scam. This isn't Bitcoin. It's not a Hawk Tua coin. It's just a dude calling baseball games, trying to build a community. And if you do like the Orioles or baseball in general, I promise you, this is a channel you're going to want to check out more than once. So go ahead and subscribe. It'll make it easier for you to find me. And it'll help get this channel be seen by others out there as well as we try to grow this thing. So if that's too much to ask, you can always just hit the like button. And if you're just getting here, folks, it's a gentle reminder. We've got a few hours to spend together. Go ahead and get that like button out of the way. There's already 40 people here, 44 people here before first pitch. And 20 of you can go ahead and knock that out of the way. All right. There is a shot of the Innahaba Baltimore Aquarium. And looks like the crowd tonight a little bit larger than last night. And that's with the game not yet started. I would assume we'll probably see 1,000 or 2,000 more fans taking their seats by the time we get going. On the bench for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza, Jason Dominguez, Pablo Reyes, and J.C. Escara. Don't know much about those last two guys. One of them has to be the backup catcher. Kyle Gibson, there he is, folks. 30 starts for the Cardinals last season, an 8-8 record, 169 and 2/3 innings, and he had an ERA of 4.24. Now again, folks, in the offseason, if we were to tell you sometime in mid-December that, hey, we just signed Kyle Gibson to a one-year deal for $5 million, the Oriole fan base would probably roll their eyes and going, what are we doing? But I bet you today, knowing that a guy like Gibson might be the solution to replace a guy like Charlie Morton in this rotation, I bet you today you're very excited to see Gibson pitching for us again. Remember, folks, sometimes the analytics, the numbers on the page, they don't tell the whole story. And Kyle Gibson, to me, brings something to this team beyond the stats, something very healthy and positive. And I just hope he can keep us in this ball game here. We're about to get ready to get started, folks. Trent Grisham is stepping into the batter's box. Both teams wearing their standard jerseys. Orioles all white in home and Yankee in their gray. First pitch of the ball game from Gibson is a sinker, just a bit low for ball one. We're underway, folks. We are underway. I'll get the scoreboard up for you in a minute or two. It takes a couple of minutes for them to get it going. That ball is hit to right field and deep, and that ball is going to reach the flag court. That ball might have landed on Utah Street. Trent Grisham knew it as soon as he swung at it. 2 pitches into Kyle Gibson's 2025 season, and the Yankees are on the board. It's 1-0. That ball went 412 feet to right. And folks, calm down. Calm down. There's been at least 3-4 games this season that we've won where we've given up an early home run. I know it's happened to Sagano. I know Kramer's gotten a win this year when he gave up an early homer. Eflin's done it. It happens. Aaron Judge goes to right center and deep. That ball's going back, and that ball's gone. Okay. Time to rethink things. 2 pitches, back-to-back, hit to the flag court, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead. All right, well, you want some adversity? You got it. The Yankees are flexing early. Let's hope it's early enough to answer back. Right now, Kyle Gibson just needs to take a step off the mound, take a deep breath, get locked back in. Ben Rice at the plate. Curveball swung on a miss. 2-0 Yankees after the first 2 batters. 3 pitches. 2 home runs. Now I'm not in such a hurry to get that scoreboard up for you. That pitch is drilled to right. That ball is going to leave the yard. Back-to-back-to-back home runs off of Gibson to start the game. That one just got to the court in the front row. Wow. Well, eventually, something other than a home run needs to be a result, you would think. You would think maybe eventually somebody will do something other than hit a home run off Gibson. There is a sweeper for a called strike. 3-0 Yankees. 3 home runs on the first 5 pitches of the ball game. That pitch is off the plate. Oh, let's not compare him to Morton yet. He hasn't walked anybody. Of course, he hasn't gotten to a 2-ball count yet either. 1-1 pitch to Goldschmidt is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks, do not let what was such an important win last night get flushed down the drain because of this first inning. We haven't had a chance to hit yet. I know it's not promising. Gibson, here's a ground ball to short. First out of the ball game, right there. Gunnar Henderson throws out Goldschmidt for out number 1. Let's try to figure it out. Come on, folks, admit it. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and, your equilibrium isn't quite off. If you're a guy like me, even with the lid up, maybe you're not quite hitting the target in the toilet bowl. Yeah, you need a minute to collect yourself. Here's Cody Bellinger. He takes a curveball outside, ball 1. Come on, Gibby. 1-0. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here is the 1-1 to Bellinger, and he turns on one to right. And that ball's going to go. Why do we keep throwing pitches up and in? Every pitch in that spot has been hit out. 4 home runs. Torpedo bat, maybe? I don't know. Bazooka bat? Atomic bat? Four home runs, 1 out. The Yankees are on pace to hit about 108 home runs in this ballgame right now. That would be Morton's ERA at the moment, 108. Here is Jazz Chisholm. He fouls one off to the right. So Gibson's start tonight has been like a bad mask you buy at the Halloween spirit shop. Not fooling anybody. 0-1 pitch is low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, my coffee is still scalding hot, and we're down 4-0. We haven't even come up to hit yet. Now, wait a minute. Trainer's out to talk to Jazz. Not sure what's going on with him, but I need a break anyway. Holy cow. Let's see. I'm sure the scoreboard's up and working now. Does anybody want to look at this thing? I don't know. Might be something to go with a lat strain or a rib cage issues. Something there in the midsection there from Jazz. He felt something after that last swing. He grabbed his rib cage on the right side of his chest there. Yeah, there's that pitch up and in. Bellinger crushed it. Boy, not the scenes I was hoping to see when I woke up this morning. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Chisholm drills it down the right field line for extra bases. And we're having trouble getting it out of the corner. And now Chisholm will make it to third easily. It's a 1-out triple. 5th run for the Yankees, now 90 feet away, only 1 out. 4 homers and a triple to the first 6 batters of the ball game. That ball got trapped down there in that corner, although Laureano did fumble it a little bit. All right. Now is Jazz going back to the clubhouse? Are they going to pinch run for Jazz? He's getting a lot of pats on the back and going back down to the clubhouse, it looks like. And right there, it looks like he's grabbing his right leg. So Jazz might have a couple of injuries. Oswald Peraza is on the pinch run at third base. Jazz Chisholm's out of the game after hitting that triple. Here's Anthony Volpe. And he takes a pitch off the plate for ball 1. Yeah, folks, if you're showing up late, that's not a typo. The New York Yankees in the first inning here, with only 1 out, have hit 4 home runs. That pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Believe it or not, this is not the first time this season the Yankees have hit 4 home runs in the first inning. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Volpe hitting .229. Two-one pitch. That one's lined to left, and that is down for extra bases. It's going to be the 6th extra base hit off of Gibson. Get somebody up. This is getting out of hand. It's already been out of hand. But if we're going to expect Gibson to help the team beyond tonight, and you want him with any shred of confidence, you need to go ahead and end this torture. 4 homers, a triple, and a double in the first inning. It is 5-0 Yankees. Here's Austin Wells, and he hits this one up the middle. Gunnar Henderson, playing behind second base, makes the play for the second out. Mercifully. Oswaldo Cabrera. The Yankees have batted around here. There's Mike Elias. Arms folded. Shirt buttoned down a couple of spots and no sunglasses. Breaking ball in there for a strike to Cabrera. Yeah, parking lot. I know. Every time you come in and we're losing, that's what the first thing that you say. It's getting kind of old, dude. It's getting kind of old. Again, folks, I'm not going to throw away what was such an important win last night because of a crappy first inning here tonight. And if we don't win tonight and we split the first 2 games, we still got a shot at winning this series. This ball sits slowly at first. Gibson has to throw off balance, and it will not get there in time. Hopefully Gibson didn't tweak something in his legs, but honestly, he really needs to be out of the game at this point anyway. I know we don't want to completely shred our bullpen here. But the Yankees have batted around. Trent Grisham is about to come up for the second time in the inning. Yeah, I can already see Charm City chat. Look, I'm not happy about what I'm watching. But maybe we can try and, first of all, if you're upset with Gibson, that's fine. There's 25 other guys on the team that has done nothing wrong yet in this ball game for you guys to start crapping on the team as a whole. Okay? Clearly, Gibson wasn't ready for this. I hope he's able to help us out in some form. But for now, yeah, this has been a forgettable start. We got 25 other guys out there. That ball's drilled to center. Mullins is right there, though, and he'll make the catch. And finally, the inning is over. The Yankees had 6 extra base hits. 4 of them the home run. 3 of them in a row. And at the end of half an inning, it's the Yankees 5 and the Orioles coming up. Kind of upset they thought this would work. But, Rod, what were the options? Rod, did you want to see Morton make another start, or did you want to at least give somebody else a chance? You know, it's too early to go back to Brandon Young. He'd be pitching on short rest. Who else we got, man? Gibson's been working on coming back, rehabbing, and he got lit up. But it's not like we had options. They could have signed me, just saying. Just bring up some Tides and Bay Sox at this rate, and maybe they will. Maybe they will. We'll see. That is true, parking lot. Of course, if you take one game out of the equation, the 24 to whatever loss to the Reds, take that one game out of the equation. We 8 of those runs were given up by Mateo and Gary Sanchez. Those count in that run differential. I'm not saying we're good. I'm just saying it's not as bad as it might look, okay? All right, Carlos Rodon. We're going to need him to be not as good as he has been so far this season. Again, he's averaging 6 innings per start. Opponents are hitting just 163 off of him, just giving up a hit about once every other inning. And the first pitch to Mullins is in there for a strike. Gibson was always going to get his chance. And a swing and a miss. Now, normally, like I said, with every pitcher at the beginning of this season, I'm not going to start saying off with his head until I see 3 starts. But in the case of Gibson, with that first inning being so bad, I might have to give him just one more start. If it looks anything like this, then yeah, I short leash after what we've seen here in the first inning. That pitch to Mullins is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mullins hitting .292.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Thank you, Tom Diets. And folks, they're not only not giving Gibson 1 game, they're not giving Gibson more than 1 inning. But again, it's very clear that Gibson doesn't have it tonight. You'd like to see a pitcher settle down, but 6 extra base hits in 1 inning is like, that's beyond a bad start. That's beyond shaking off some rust and settling down. That's just a guy who is clearly just everything he's throwing up there is looking like a beach ball to these hitters. The count has gone full after a pitch in the dirt. Come on, said.
Well said, now you know what to do.
We're going to have to just chip away. Chip away, and we need base runners. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and Mullins goes down. Defensively for the Yankees, Bellinger in left, Grisham in center, Judge in right, Cabrera at third, Volpe at short, Peraza now at second in place of Jazz Chisholm. You've got, what do you got? Austin Wells behind the plate and Goldschmidt at first. Adley Rutschman, strike 1.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Next pitch is a curveball, stays outside. 1-1. Rutschman's hitting .213. Four home runs, a triple, and a double. There's a called strike. That's 21 total bases from 6 batters. That is, ouch. It's like an OPS of like 3,000. 1-2 pitch is inside to Rutschman. The count is 2-2. I mean, my hope is the Orioles are going to get somebody up in the pen. And there's a check swing. Adley does not go. The count goes full on Rutschman. My hope is, and, you know, I'm just trying to be realistic. Gibson comes out to start the second inning, but we've got somebody up, and the second he gets into any kind of trouble, you got to yank him. You have to. That ball's hit on the ground hard. The second shortstop, Volpe, over to first in time, and Adley's retired. 2 down. Sed's catch was number 3 on the top 10 plays last night. I'd like to see the 2 better plays. Gunnar Henderson up there with 2 down, takes ball 1.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
There's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 the count. Gunnar hitting .224. And that ball's hit hard. And gonna be a diving catch by Aaron Judge. Did he catch that ball? No, he trapped it. No, the second base ump calls an out. Henderson's pointing for a replay. Let's see if he trapped it. He did not. That is a catch. Wow. A diving catch by Aaron Judge on a hard hit ball in the right by Gunnar. And man, oh man, whatever luck we had on our shoulder last night seems to have flown the coop. That was not a fun first inning tonight, folks. We got 8 more of them to go. Second inning coming up. Aaron Judge to lead off. It's 5-0 Yankees. Well, this can only mean one thing. Your boy's going to have to roll up a special lucky. He didn't have one ready to go tonight. But it's time to clear some table space here. All right, let's just push this back a little bit. All right. If I knock over the camera, apologies in advance. It's time to do some arts and crafts here. What do we got? A little bit of the Joker's cake? What do you want? A little bit of the strawberry apple? What do you guys think? Maybe some of the San Fernando Valley OG? Or there's always the old standby guava cake. And then there's this one that's so special, it's in a brown bag with no name. Very, very special. So, folks, whoever throws out the first one, we'll go with that. Brown bag, guava cake, San Fernando, strawberry apple, Joker's cake. Rod says apple. Okay. All right. We'll go with that. Here we go. Top of the second inning. Aaron Judge at the plate. Gibson, please. Curveball swung on and missed. All right. We got a swing and a miss from Judge. Things are already looking good. I mean, folks, after that first inning, you know the deal. Things can only. That pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Everybody wants the hat. Or maybe just Erica. That pitch is outside. 1 ball. Or is it 2-1 now? 2 balls, 1 strike. Don't you worry. The hat can't knee-jerk react. That's the thing about the hat. The hat goes on a vibe. It goes on a feeling. The hat does not knee-jerk react. It's a 2-2 count on Judge. You guys feel like there's some sort of ability to control the hat. The hat, you have to understand, the hat walks to the beat of his own drum. The hat doesn't just take orders. You could be killing the chances of an appearance from the hat. That pitch is off the plate, full count. Folks, I know. The legend of the hat, it goes back since last year. There's a lot of lore there. Lore that we haven't even talked about with the hat. Okay? This isn't a gimmick. The payoff pitch is hit back up the middle and backhanded by Mateo. He gets off a throw, and it's in time to get Judge. Nice play, Mateo. That ball was not easy to handle. It bounced off the mound and sort of took another extra bounce where he had to sort of stab it, pop up, and throw. Good play by Mateo. That'll get you a nice play from Jack Burton. Where are you at?
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Oh, yeah. The hat went on last night at the end of the ball game in that 1-run lead. And the hat held the team, saw them to victory. Here's Ben Rice, first pitch fouled away. He homered in his last at-bat, but then again, so did half the lineup. So I don't want to repeat myself. 0-1 pitch is off the plate with a breaking ball. Well, this, what did we pick here? Which one is this I'm breaking up? Because this weed is thick. 1-1 pitch. That one's drilled to right again. And it's going to reach the flag court. Where's the bullpen? 5th home run given up by Gibson. 7th extra base hit. 6-0 New York. Gee, I wonder if Yankee fans will start showing up at my stream tonight to start flexing. Let's watch the language there, Cosmos. I understand you're frustrated. Second solo shot from Rice. 6-zip. Where's the bullpen? Brandon, I got news for you. Typically, when a pitcher gives up, 3 home runs, you start looking at bullpen options. When they give up 5 and there's 1 out in the second inning, you may be the first manager in the history of a game that's been around for 150 years to go, yeah, leave him out there. Okay. He'll work around this. Honestly, Brandon, do you want Kyle Gibson to potentially help us down the road? Because if you keep doing this to him here, it's over. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Another run in for the Yankees via the home run. Two on Goldschmidt. Gibson's delivery. Swing and a miss. Hey, there's a strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I'm sure Paul Goldschmidt's going to hear it when he walks back to the dugout from his teammates, considering most of them have already homered already. He just struck out. How is leaving him out there to give up 6 home runs or whatever hurting his confidence? It's hurting his confidence to leave him out there. That's completely the opposite. You don't let a pitcher go out there and get destroyed like this. There was a moment where we're like, okay, and it was in the first inning. We need to look at a backup option here. 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground by Bellinger. First base, Emmanuel Rivero make his first defensive play of the season. He takes it to the bag himself for the unassisted putout, inning over. But the Yankees add on. It is now 6-0 here going into the bottom of the second inning. Okay, gaming, who are we signing then? Again, he was picked up during spring training as depth because of all the other injuries. I think we picked him up after Grayson went down. At that stage, who were you? I mean, since you must know, who were you ready to sign on that particular day with who was available? I'd like to know. Everybody always talks about, sure would be nice to have Corbin Burns. Yeah, it sure would be nice if he wanted to be here to pitch. Sure would be nice if he thought $45 million a season, which is more than any other pitcher makes, would be enough for him to want to stay, but it wasn't. Man, I can't go through with this, folks. I can't go through with this. Some of you here are not here every night, and, you're bringing up some stuff that has already been talked about and explained. Okay? And now you're bringing it up again because we're getting embarrassed here early on in this ball game. What's the good in doing it? All right, Kyle Gibson has gotten lit up tonight. Okay? I hear you. Trevor Bauer. Here we go again. What year will that name just go away? I don't know. Here we go again. That's when I know Charm City Chat has lost their minds. You guys are putting up a Kyle Gibson-like performance in chat tonight. You realize that? You're putting up a Kyle Gibson-like performance in the chat. What about Trevor Bauer? Oh, my goodness. First pitch to Ryan Mountcastle's in there for a strike. 2023. What about Trevor Bauer? 2024. What about Trevor Bauer? 2025. What about Trevor Bauer? You're going to be like Charles Foster Kane on his deathbed with a snow globe that drops onto the floor. And instead of whispering out Rosebud, you're going to go, Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer. Why? Why didn't we get Trevor Bauer? Oh, the regret. The regret. Here's Ramon Laureano. 1 out, nobody on. I'm just, whatever. I can't roll this J fast enough. Trevor Bauer. That ball's line and stabbed by Volpe. Backhanded. A bounce throw to first is in time. That is a Gold Glove caliber play right there. Laureano retired. 6-3. One-sided conversation of frustration targeted toward his own audience. Godspeed. Well, how you doing, MC? We've never had a chat. So the first time you want to chime in is to tell me how terrible a job I'm doing and how I'm handling the chat. Have you been around the whole season, MC? Or are you just going to use this little sample size of my personality to judge me? Make as quick a judgment on me as a lot of fans make on our players. Okay. Cool beans. You do you. The folks who have been here, they know where I'm coming from. So I'm not worried about it. But thanks, MC. Here is Ramon Arias. First pitch was a strike, and so's the next pitch. It's 0-2.
I have a brother.
Ramon batting .297 with 1 home run and 8 RBI. We're working with Strawberry Apple. There's a swing and a miss, and the inning is over. Urias strikes out on 3 pitches, and we go on now to the third. 6-0 Yankees. Back to Trevor Bauer. Yep. I get it. Apparently, all 30 teams in Major League Baseball are just blind to the slam dunk that is Trevor Bauer. No team can figure it out, apparently. There must be just a huge coincidence that 30 teams... You think the Rockies, with their 4 wins on the season, might kick the tires on Trevor Bauer if they felt like that made sense? Tell me this. Tell me this, Trevor Bauer fans. Why isn't he with somebody? You want him to be with us. Why hasn't he been with anybody for this long? Just explain. Just explain. Just pick another pitcher is all I'm saying. It's always Trevor Bauer. God. It's just always Trevor Bauer. What else? Anybody else? Anybody got a different name than Trevor Bauer? Or is he just like this guardian angel? Rockies would probably take 2 out of 3 from us. Rockies probably take... See, you guys are here and look, your attitude right now, you can say I'm the one with the bad attitude. Yeah. I do it every night the O's are down. No, MC, the chat quickly gets pessimistic every night the O's are down, and I try to explain to them that, hey, it's not the end of the world yet. Maybe, calm your nerves. It's been less than 24 hours since coming off a really nice win. I don't know. What do you know? Are you a therapist? So get mad then. What would you like me to do, MC? What would you like me to do, buddy? Want it to be the BW and MC show for the rest of the night? Come on, let's have a chat. I can tell you want to help me out, right? It's all to help me, right? One out in the inning. Here's Anthony Volpe. He takes a first pitch strike. Don't try me, folks. That was Peraza, by the way, making the last out. The first out of the top of the third. Hey, folks, there's a Star Wars bobblehead giveaway. Get excited. Here's a ball hit up the middle. Gunner quickly on the run makes the play to retire Volpe 2 down. 2 quick outs in the top of the third. I don't know. Not get mad? All right. Well, I don't know. Stop trying to push my buttons and move on and stop talking to me directly, and maybe I won't get mad. How's that? I don't know. You're directly talking to me. Does it sound like we're going to meet in the middle on anything here? Two down for Austin Wells. It is nice. It's nice when somebody who's never chatted before suddenly gets into a confrontation with me. It's nice. Here's a pitch hit to left, but out of play, foul down the left field corner. 2 down, bases empty, 0-1 the count on Wells. Don't worry, folks. As soon as I'm done lighting this J, maybe I'll feel a little better. There's a called strike. 0-2. Yeah, and I cheer too. I'm a huge, huge fan of my team. You get mad every time I join. Oh, what did I do last time, MC? What did I do? Fill me in. That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. If every time you show up, I'm mad. Maybe people are here every night can testify to the fact that I don't get mad every night. Were you here last night? Was I mad last night? Just using, I don't know, I'm going way back to last night as an example for your claim of me being mad every time you show up. Yeah, you said that already. And don't say my own chat. It's individuals within the chat. You don't represent everybody in the chat, MC. I'm talking straight to you. This game isn't over, so the Orioles haven't lost yet. What else you got, buddy? It's clear you want to engage me. It's clear you want to engage me. Yeah, but were you here last night? Were you here? I didn't remember a single comment from you last night. So yeah, the rest of the chat is starting to think maybe you're just a troll. Yeah, the difference is you weren't here. Or you didn't comment. You chime in now. Why is that? Inning over, by the way. Six nothing Yankees going to the bottom of the third. One guy what? One guy what, dude? I'm talking only to you. Do you notice? I guess you're the one guy. It was free on DirecTV last night. Well, good for you, pal. Good for you. I guess DirecTV is your good luck charm. I'm your bad luck charm. I didn't claim you're trolling. I said the chat thinks you are. I'm getting one guide. I don't know. Gaming Kitchen, do you want to pile on? I'm still mad. Dude, I'm rolling a joint right now. Okay? I call every game, bro. I'm up every night, and I'm going to do this. I don't care if you're here or you're not. Tomorrow, next week, next month. Nothing's changing, dude. You're mad. I'm not. All right, so now we're talking at a second grade level. Is that where we're at? Okay. Your argument gets better. I mean, you're feverishly typing, dude. How many comments have you typed in the past 10 minutes? 30? 35? Do you want me to move on? I smoke more than you can imagine. Yeah, well, we're not talking about sausage, MC. We're talking about weed here. What does that even mean? Okay, well, this is all over your head. Sorry. Take a test. We're in the bottom of the third. Emmanuel Rivera at the plate, and he takes a called strike.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's because you're being a jerk too, buddy. Guess what? It works both ways. Okay. So, by inference, it would sound like you would like me to desist from being a jerk. Focus on the game. Then stop talking to me. Try that. 1-1 pitch, swung on a miss. It's 1-2. I pointed it out. You're still talking to me. Can you maybe not type something for 20 seconds? Try it. Yeah, I'm still mad. You know what? I'm actually mad now. Now this is mad. You're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole. Get the fuck out of my fucking channel. Bye. What a fucking prick. Take off. MC. Yeah, I hope you go the way of MC Hammer. Flat fucking broke. All right, well, that man's gone. Effing weirdo. Yeah, okay. All right, buddy. You got it. Is that right, Ronnie? Mateo strikes out. Or excuse me, Rivera strikes out. Focus on the game. I'm going to keep writing to you. I'm going to keep addressing you, but focus on the game. Makes sense. Here's Mateo now. First pitch to him is where? Off the plate outside for ball one. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the third. Called strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now he can go to his buddies and go, hey, I found this guy on YouTube and I totally got under his skin. You got to watch the replay of this, guys. Check this out. This guy totally lost his mind. You're going to love it. Yeah, because you're a toxic douche. You're a toxic online douchebag that picked the perfect time to get under my skin after Kyle Gibson makes his return and gives up, 5 frickin' home runs. Perfect timing. 2-2 the count on Mateo. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch. That one's foul back. Still 2-2. Well, I'm here before. Were you? Every time I'm here, you get mad. Oh, really? Okay. I'm going to watch last night's replay. Here's a foul ball at the plate, still 2-2. Oh, I got to him. Well, I mean, you did. Still talking about you. You made my night. You gave me something to focus on besides the 6-0 deficit we're dealing with. 2-2 still on Mateo. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider in the dirt. 4 strikeouts for Rodon with 2 down here in the third. Oh. Dylan Carlson's up for his first time tonight, and he fouls the first pitch back. Oh, 1 pitch. Way up and away, a curveball that didn't break. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gee, it's amazing. It's like nobody's saying a bunch of BS in the chat, and your boy's not yelling at anybody either. It's almost as if the way I behave is a direct reflection and reaction to the way certain people in the chat behave. It's like I'm a mirror to your own personality. 2-1 pitch. That's a line right to... God damn, man. Anthony Volpe is a vacuum cleaner at shortstop tonight. The inning is over. The Orioles still don't have a hit. We go now to the 4th inning, 6-0 Yankees. And the only thing I feel bad about is, I'll tell you what I feel bad about. And maybe this guy can, maybe this guy can understand this. See if I can find this. Of course I can't find it. Would be too easy. You know, I would have trouble finding this. That's just the way it goes. All right, here we go. Top of the 4th. Oswaldo Cabrera up there leading things off, and he takes ball 1. Gibson still out there, 50 pitches through the first 3 innings. Cabrera with a base hit his first time up. 1-0 is high, 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball's hit on the ground at second base. Mateo on 1 bounce over to first in time. Cabrera retired, 1 away in the top of the 4th. Here is Trent Grisham. Ground ball backhanded by Gunnar. He throws off balance in time, 2 away. Grisham retired. Now 1 for 3. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge with the bases empty and 2 down, which is the way you like to face him. One and 0 on Aaron Judge. Next pitch is off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They do a appeal, but no swing. Two-zero pitch. And another check swing. He does not go. 3-0. I thought the count was a 1-1 before that pitch, but I guess it was 2-0. 3-0 the count on Judge. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the 4th. And there's your ball 4. 2-out walk for Judge. I don't mind it. Now you got to get Ben Rice, who's hit 2 home runs already tonight. Couple of solo shots. He's up to 8 home runs on the season, and that lifts his OPS to over 1,000. Judge has reached base now at least twice in 21 of his last 26 games. Rice goes after the first pitch, fouls it off to the right. The 0-1 pitch is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ben Rice. That one's hit hard and through the hole on the right side. Ben Rice is 3 for 3. At least this one stays in the yard. Judge stops at second, 2 on, 2 out, and that'll bring up Goldschmidt. He's been held in check so far, 0 for 2 tonight. Yankees trying to mount a 2-out rally here after Gibson got those first 2 outs. Average still at 355 for Goldschmidt. And a swing and a miss. Chased one, breaking outside. 0-1 the count. All right, this Jace appears to be finally done. Took forever. This particular strain of weed is not easy to roll. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. That ball's fouled away, 1-2. 2 out, 2 on in the top of the 4th. Gibson. Such a bad start. 5 runs in the first. Just 1 in the second, and then none in the last inning, and trying to make it another 0 here in the 4th. He's going in the right direction. It's just that first inning was an absolute nightmare. That ball's stroked up the middle of base hit. Well, the nightmare continues. That's a 2-out RBI knock by Paul Goldschmidt. And it is now 7-0 Yankees. All right, well, now seems as good of a time as any to show you a little something and maybe explain why I enjoy doing these games and why, if for any reason, I feel bad about getting mad at somebody in the chat. It's not because I'm worried about my own behavior. It's because there's people out there listening that I just wish didn't have to hear me get upset like that. And here's a prime example of what I'm talking about. I had this comment left a few games back. A fellow named by the name of James left a comment that said, "My 3-year-old autistic son absolutely loves the bugle when it gets played. He gets a big smile and makes a happy sound whenever he hears it. And I love it too, as well as all your other sounds and catchphrases. Thank you for what you are doing. We live in New Hampshire, and I cannot afford to pay the amount of money I would need to get all the Orioles games here. Your videos are a blessing. God bless. Happy Easter if you celebrate it." I left him a reply. And, yeah, that's why I feel bad. Folks, you want to know why I feel bad about anything? It's because I get upset, and then I have to think about how this father and his little boy might be listening in. And I don't want this little boy who enjoys the fun that we have here, hearing a guy get upset. I don't enjoy doing it. I think some people like Mr. MC here thinks that like I get off on like playing God because I do a stream and there's a chat. First of all, believe me, I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera. I much rather be behind the scenes. 3-0 the count on Cody Bellinger. And this pitch is a called strike. It's 3-1. But yeah, I want to apologize to James and his son if they happen to be tuning in tonight. I call games for folks like you, not for folks like MC, okay? So I do apologize. I hope James and his son continue to listen in. And yeah, I got to do a better job. I got to do a better job at identifying people who are here to just harass me. That guy had no intention on what? Reforming me? Wait, you here to reform me? What, by continually pushing my buttons? But you keep getting mad. But you're upset and you're angry. Yeah, that's really productive. That's constructive. No, you're just you're just a bad person. Likes to get online and create havoc. 1-0 pitch. That's lined in the center field, a base hit. 1 run is in. Mullins will throw toward third, so 2 runs will score. And it is now 9-0 Yankees. And folks, if you're ready to check out tonight and try to start over tomorrow, I don't blame you, but I'll be here for the rest of the ball game. Please, Janet. Mods, look, I probably need to have a talk with the mods after the game anyway. Because, yeah. I need to do better, first and foremost, but some extra help in some of these situations would probably be good. That's going to be it for Gibson. 3 2/3. 9 runs and 2 more batters out there on base. His responsibility. The bottom part of the order still due up for the Yankees. And yeah, this was a disaster. Yeah, permission granted, Janet. Permission granted. Again, I'm more distraught about how my behavior can affect people out there like kids listening in, or people who just want to have fun, relax, enjoy baseball. It's not the end of the world for them that Kyle Gibson came in and had a stinker. They don't want to sit here and just perpetually crap on the team. They just want to, root for their team through the good and the bad and enjoy the game of baseball. That's what I like to do. It's a difficult job, folks. I'm learning it. I'm learning this through a year and a month that it's not as easy as just hitting the live button, talking into a microphone, and calling balls and strikes and all this. There's a lot of emotions to all this. Pretty clear. Last night I was riding on a wave. I was feeling very, very good. Today, not so much. It's just difficult, folks. It's difficult when the Orioles show signs of turning something around. Again, the team had a meeting last night. They got together. They want to see this team respond better, hustle more, show more desire. And it's like it's just one bad Gibson start, and we're going to throw all of that away? I hope not. I sure hope not. All right. Pitching change. Who's out here now? No, not Edgar Allan Poe. It's Matt Bowman. Bowman's first pitch to Volpe is at the top of the zone for a called strike. Bowman's ERA under 2. 13 2/3 innings. Just a couple of walks. Opponent's hitting .236. That pitch is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, tomorrow I'll be able to give away some... Sorry. Thanks. Tomorrow I think I'll be able to give away some Magic memberships. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. What are we looking at over here now? That's... I don't know what we're looking at. That's still not right. That pitch is off the plate. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Anthony Volpe. 2 down, 2 on, top of the 4th. Kyle Gibson, first start of the season, was a nightmare. That is a swing and a miss, and the inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
It's an ugly scoreline, folks. Yankees, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Orioles, 0 runs, 0 hits, 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and we need to show something. Been pretty ugly. Only 2 away from 2,600, perhaps, although with the way things have gone tonight, I would expect a net profit of maybe 1 new sub. You know me. Just constantly. I love how people are like, you get angry. It's the equivalent of like let's say you're sitting on the subway and you're surrounded by strangers, and that like there's some stranger sitting next to you, and they just start poking you in the side, and you're like, stop that, and you're like, and they keep doing it, and you're like, no, really, stop it. And they keep doing it. And I'm like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. Poke, poke, poke. I swear to God, you're pissing me off. And then the person doing the poking's going, yeah, but why do you get so mad? What are you so mad about? Why can't you just control yourself? Every time I poke you, you get mad. I don't get it. Maybe pause from poking for a minute, and the situation might fix itself. Okay, I'll just, I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. I'm going to keep poking. You have anger problems. Yeah, but you're poking me. I just don't want you to, I want you to stop poking me. Okay? I don't know. I'm weird. Allegedly. We're actually, yeah, I've lost subs. I've lost subs tonight. 2598 is a lie. I've got less than that. Yeah, we went backwards tonight, folks. Said Mullins is at the plate. First pitch is a strike, and the next one is a little bit high. Or was that the first pitch? Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tap foul off to the right. 1 and 2 on Mullins. No hits. No nothing. Mullins up there for just the second time here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch. Low and away. 2 and 2. That's a called strike 3. Mullins checked his swing, but it didn't matter as that pitch hit the outside corner at the knees. And Rodon is dealing. I mean, I'll tell you this, folks. If the Orioles can't score, 2 runs off of Rodon, then, yeah, it sucks to get pummeled this hard, 9-0. But last time I checked, 9-0 or 3-1. Both those scores add up to 1 loss. That one's hit right back to the pitcher. Adley Rutschman hit it a frozen rope, caught by Rodon. I mean, Adley didn't even get 1 foot past home plate, and that ball is already an out. Can't hit it much harder than he did. That's how it's going, folks. Gunnar Henderson takes one off the plate for ball 1. By the way, a big thank you to those who have stuck around through all the shenanigans from 20 minutes ago. There is a foul ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Maybe some of you enjoy the entertainment, but I have to think some of you don't. The ones that didn't probably left, and I don't blame them either. So, however you want to react to it or not react to it is understandable. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gunnar. That is just a bit outside. Well, Vonnie, I mean, you don't have to let the cat out of the bag. Oh, you mean on the chat? Oh, I thought you meant something else. Oh, I made a mistake? Wait a minute. I didn't make any mistakes. That pitch is in the dirt. We got a full count on Gunnar. Anybody remember what this means? Vonnie, don't apologize. You just said I was amazing. That pitch is popped up. Gunnar slams his bat down. Left field, waiting on it and making the catch. The Orioles are retired again. Who's in left field? Cody Bellinger out there in left field tonight. Inning over. On to the 5th. It's all Yankees so far. 9-0. So we started today 5.5 games out, 5 back in the loss column. Toronto now in 4th place. They're 2 games under. Tampa right at 500, 14-14. Boston 2 games over, 16-14. I mean, nobody's playing 600 ball in this division. Seems be up the grabs for me. What to do about Kyle Gibson, though, I don't know. I mean, again, I don't see how you just give him one chance. He does that, and then you're like, well, all right, we're going to cut you. I mean, as many chances as Morton has gotten, you got to give Gibson one more chance. I don't want the amount of leash that Morton was given. If Gibson does this a second time, then I'd say, yeah, let's try something else. But I really hope he can bounce back. That is really rough. Man, oh man. I'll be right back, folks. You're watching Diary of a Mad Birdwatcher. Okay? I'll be right back. If I can find the damn camera. Where is it? All right. Austin Wells at the plate, 0-1 the count, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2. KPK 33X, thanks for bringing that up. We do have a schedule coming up where it feels like if we can, play our best baseball despite the injuries, despite the record we're sitting on, that's a chance to get us back into 500, I think, or close to it. With that 2 series against the Twins, who have a worse record than us, we get to rematch against the Nats. I want to take that series. This pitch is popped up by Wells to center. Mullins moving to his right a little bit. Makes the catch. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Oswaldo Cabrera, 1 for 2 with a single back in the 1st. Hits one on the ground and through the hole on the right side for a 1-out single. Second hit of the day for Cabrera. Yankees now up to 11 or 12 hits. 12 hits. We have none. Trent Grisham up for the 4th time. We're only in the 5th inning, and he takes a called strike. Runner at first, 1 out. Next pitch on the bottom of the zone for a called strike 2. Folks, light topics, throw them out there. I'm ready. Bowman gets the sign. And the 0-2 is above the zone for ball one. That one's off the plate. Count evens up at 2-2. Best place to eat in Philly, Patty's Pub. I spend all my Patty bucks there. 2-2 is called strike three, and that was a bad call by the ump. A sweeper that Bowman tried to backdoor, but that stayed outside by at least a couple of inches. Rutschman with a nice frame job. And we get the punch out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I have a collection of cards that I honestly don't know. They're in somebody's attic. I don't know if it's my ex-girlfriend or my sister or my best friend. It's in one of those attics. About 10 binders and about, I don't know, half a dozen collections of like full series boxes, ranging from about 1987 to about 1992. Those were my card collecting years. 1-1 pitch, that is foul back. I remember buying the entire set for the Fleer 1988 baseball cards series for the hope that I would get the special Bill Ripken card. But I was not so lucky. Just a little black square on the knob of the bat covering up the foul language. 2-2 pitch to Judge is fouled away. Two balls, two strikes, two out. Runner at first, top of the fifth. Pitch to Judge. Taken low and away for ball three. And that's ball four, not even close. 2-out walk to Judge. That pushes a runner up to second base. First and second, 2 down. Here comes Ben Rice, 3 for 3. 2 homers and a single. He's scored all 3 times. Tell you what, I don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast today, but it's not going to have rice. That pitch is over the plate but low for ball one. Swing and a miss. There's a called strike, bottom of the zone, 1-2 of the count. Hey, folks, I just thought of something I can do to kind of, extend an olive branch to those who have stuck around tonight and have tolerated my behavior. Behavior which, look, I don't 100% regret. It's just, bad timing. But I'm going to turn off the ads on this game for a Yankee game. By the way, folks, we had over 3,000 people show up last night. It was the biggest turnout of the season so far on the channel. So when the Yankees come, we do get a pretty nice crowd. So I'm turning off the ads anyway. And it looks like Ben Rice just got hit by a pitch, and that the optics on that hit by pitch aren't good when you're getting beat 9-0 and now you're hitting a batter. But that was on the back of the knee. Not exactly the typical spot you go to plunk somebody if you're trying to hit them. Don't think that was intentional. All right, the ads are off. And don't worry about hitting the like button if you haven't. I'm not going to ask for that. Subscriptions, not going to ask for that. Super chats, anything. None of that. Forget it. I don't deserve it tonight. Tomorrow's a new day, right? Here's Paul Goldschmidt up here with the bases loaded and 2 down. First pitch to him is a strike. Bottom of the zone. And that might be true, AB Normal, but I could have gotten rid of him a lot sooner than I did. And I didn't. And that was at the expense of everybody else's entitled enjoyment of the ball game. Even if we are getting our butts kicked, they want to hear somebody give them the information. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's low. 1-2 to Goldschmidt. I don't see Morton warming up. One, two. On the outside edge, but we don't get the call. I guess that can make up for a bad call that went our way earlier in the inning. There is Morton. There he is. He is getting loose. I told him, make him the mop-up man. 9-0 is a mop-up situation, and that ball is going to make it 10-0. A base hit into left field. Everybody moves up a base. It is 10-zip. Bases still loaded for the Yankees. Yeah, bring Morton on in. Have him finish the game. No need to use any of the other arms tonight. Yankees have scored 10 runs or more 5 times already this season. Second time in their last 3 games. Parking lot's enjoying it. Somehow. There's a called strike. Bellinger's 1 for 2 with a walk. And he drills this one to right. That will get down and bounce up against the wall. It'll score at least 2 more runs. That is a double as Bellinger beats the throw back into second base. 2-run double makes it 12-zip, and we are now on pace for another 24-run outing by the opponent. Sanchez can't pitch. He's on the DL. Well, this game is over, obviously. So what do you guys want to talk about? Here comes Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton coming in to pitch. That'll get you excited. Where did it all go wrong, folks? Where did it all go wrong? Mr. Splash is getting loose. Mr. Splash, part of the taxi squad tonight. Do we have to talk about Elias and Hyde? Oh, boy. Charlie, how do they keep paying me Morton? I would say, Charlie, how do I cash my check with a... without feeling guilty about it, Morton? My goodness. $15 million. If you're getting paid every 2 weeks over 6 months, that's like, what is that, about $800,000 a week? Or $800,000 every 2 weeks? $400,000 a week? He's made about $500,000 a start. That's about what it works out to. 6 starts, about $3 million into the contract. $500,000 a start for Charlie Morton. Yes, indeed. 15 million buckaroos. Yeah, can we at least just avoid, not getting no hit? That would go a long way. Man, I'm just glad I did not make it out to the ballpark for this one. Charlie Morton is on. And the first pitch is ball 1. Oswald Peraza, who came in to replace Jazz Chisholm, has already been to the plate a couple of times. There's a called strike. We're in the 5th. I hope Morton pitches the rest of the game. One. That one's hit on the ground. And Gunnar will throw it to first in time, and the inning is over. Charlie Morton putting out fires. Look at this guy. Just putting out fires, this guy. Inning over. All right. Now we're talking. Morton's ERA, what's it at now? It's dropping. It's sinking. For the 88 Orioles, I would hope not. That would make him about 63 years old. If it is him, he looks good for 63. Wow. What am I going to do with the rest of my day? I don't know. Jesus Christ. I can spark this Lucky up. I know that much. Where's the... You guys wanted me to put that... Remember when you wanted me to put the hat on when it was like 7-0? Aren't you glad I didn't waste the hat? I'm preserving the hat magic for, a situation where it could realistically help. I'll be right back. All right. We are in the bottom of the fifth. Ryan Mountcastle takes a called strike, and your boy did not call upon the hat, but we know what he did. He changed shirts. Yeah, that's right. I wore the same shirt for tonight's game thinking it would bring some good luck. Clearly it didn't, so that shirt's gone now. And now I get to wear a clean one. 0-2 on Mountcastle. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Another pitch, low and away. Mountcastle cannot hit the low and away pitch, and he keeps chasing. There is no batter on this team with a more obvious hole in their swing than Ryan Mountcastle. Anybody who's got a scouting team worth a damn knows how to pitch to Mountcastle to get him out. It is a problem. Here's Ramon Laureano. He takes a first pitch strike. Ah. 1-1 to Laureano, low and away. 2-1. Hyde's BS about bench players getting rusty was a topper for me. You play your best players every day, and they rest when they need to, not the bench guys. Understand the matchups, but play your best. 100% agree, Patrick. If you've been in my Discord, I've been chirping about that too. And on the streams. You know, the analytics can only give you so much as a tool. At some point, you got to just say, all right, thanks for the info, analytics, but my eye tells me this guy's hitting right now. This guy's not. That ball is stopped by Volpe. If he gets this out, unbelievable. Anthony Volpe just made maybe his fourth above average play of the night, and that might have been the best of the bunch. Absolutely robbing Laureano of a base hit, diving to his left, throwing from the outfield grass. Hot damn. Hard to believe this is the same Volpe that bobbled that easy one hopper to him in that loss, that game that we beat him that afternoon when we hit that ball over Verdugo's head. Arias with a slow roller. Come on, run it out. 15 up, 15 down. Arias retired. The Orioles have done zilch at the plate while giving up 12 runs on 14 hits on the mound, and we also have committed an error. It is about as ugly as a scoreline outside of that 24-run outing against the Reds, but what are you going to do? You take it on the chin. You don't let this result define you as a team. You come back tomorrow knowing that if you win not only this series, but the first series of the season, and you give it your best shot. Let's win this series tomorrow. That's my advice. Hit the bugle for the kid. Hey, kid, if you're out there. I apologize, kid, if you're out there. I'm so happy to know that you enjoy listening to baseball games, and I'm going to do my best to do better. I've said that more than once, so it's hard for me to say it without sounding like I'm not being sincere. But, yeah, I'm going to try to do better. I'm not a class act. I'm a bit bipolar, folks. What do you want me to tell you? You know, again, I'm not using this as an excuse or to say that this is a good personality trait to have or something to admire or be proud of, but I tend to reflect whatever comes at me. I'm like a mirror. I don't know how else to put it. Positive things come my way. Nice people treat me nice. It all goes right back to them. And unfortunately, when it's something bad, I tend to give that back. I don't know. It's a flaw. Anthony Volpe at the plate with a 1-1 count. Charlie Morton on the mound. Top of the sixth, and that pitch is hitting the right center. And that ball is going to get down for extra bases. Bit of a bobble out there by Laureano doesn't help, but Volpe is going to get credit for a double anyway. Another extra base hit for the Yankees. It has been batting practice out there for them tonight. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to have for breakfast. Check swing by Austin Wells, and he went around. Austin Wells is 0 for 3. Hey, we've got his number. Runner at second, nobody out. The pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Low. Morton missing with the curveball again. Two 2-1 is tapped back to Morton. He will throw to first to get the first out with the runner at second staying put. Here comes Oswaldo Cabrera. Man. So this is the number 9 hitter. And due up next will be the top of the order up again for the 5th time. And we're only in the 6th inning. I don't know if this is the best night for a raid, Fitzy. There's a curveball for a called strike. It has been a blowout. And it was a blowout before most of the fans had taken their seats. Fouled back 0-2 by Cabrera. Charlie Morton giving up 4 home runs in the first inning, 5 home runs altogether. And I believe there was a 6th home run also sprinkled in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, just the 5. Just the 5. Hey, Morton with a strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All 5 home runs either hit the flag court or landed past it onto Utah Street tonight. All 5. Called strike to Trent Grisham up there for the 5th time. 1 for 4. Yep, Fitzy. Things are tough all over. This pitch is low. Honestly, just want to get this game over with as fast as possible. Allow myself to get some enjoyment out of the rest of my day. Get a good night's sleep. Wake up at 4 in the morning tomorrow. And give the best damn call I can and hope these Orioles can win this series. There's a called strike. We're going to have Cade Povich on the mound tomorrow. Very excited to see what he can do after that last outing of his. And, our offense just cannot hit left-handed starters to save our lives. Tonight being the worst example so far. Grisham gets into one to right center. Laureano will make the catch as he jogs out onto the warning track. And the inning is over. Well, for just the second time tonight, the Yankees don't score. There's that. And the Orioles have the bottom of their order coming up. Bottom of the sixth. I'm not saying the score. All right. I'll tell you this. Here's the score. The Yankees have eggs, and we don't. The Yankees have a carton of eggs, and we have one goose egg. It's an egg battle, and we're losing. Who here thinks Cade Povich is going to have a good game tomorrow night? Who's got some confidence? If memory serves, last season, Povich struggled early on, but I think one of his first really good starts was against the Yankees. Maybe I have that Mandela effect thing going on. Hey, speaking of effects, the sun's up and this light needs me to look a little more human again. There we go. Take the pink out. I'm a I drink your milkshake kind of a guy. Rodon, 5 innings, no hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts, just 62 pitches. That's about 12 per inning. Here is Emmanuel Rivera leading off the bottom of the 6th, and he takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Fairly compared to this year, that's for sure. This one's off the plate, 2-0 to Rivera. All right, hitters count. We haven't had that much tonight. And make it 3-0. 3-0. Folks. The 3-0 in their first strike. 3 grand slams, and we got a brand new ball game. Pitch. That one's fouled back, 3-2. I wouldn't mind Mateo laying down a bunt like in the 9th inning to break up a no-no. And then like the bench is clear. Wouldn't mind that at all. That to me would be epic. Yankee Nation would be completely up in arms. You know what? That's what I want. All I want for Christmas is to keep this the way it is. Mateo comes up in the 9th. Hey, ball 4 to Emmanuel Rivera.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Folks, look around. Look to your left. Look to your right. What's that I see? It's an Orioles base runner. It's Emmanuel Rivera. Here is Jorge Mateo. He He takes up and away. That pitch was way off. Carlos Rodon might have just lost it. He went from pinpoint accuracy to looking a little bit wild out there right now. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Mateo, what are you doing? That pitch was low, and have you not noticed that Rodon is struggling with the command? You're up there hacking. We're down 12 zip. Take a pitch. What the hell, dude? That pitch is inside. It would have been 3-0. Instead, it's 2-1. Come on, Jorge. Get your head in the game. 2-1 pitch. That one's hit to right. Mateo throws the bat down. That ball's going to bounce off the scoreboard and not played well by Judge. Mateo can run for days, but Rivera is going to slow him down. Guess what, folks? We've got our first hit of the ball game. Second and third, nobody out. Splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Mateo. The pitch come and the ball go far. Here's Dylan Carlson. Takes low for ball one. Mate. Me say mate, me say mate, me say Mateo. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Rodon has lost the command. First walk of the night, first hit of the night. And now falling behind 2-0 on the number 9 batter. Meeting on the mound for the Yankees. George, I made that joke about 4 minutes ago, but I can understand. Yeah. Hey, the first of which could be right around the corner. All right? You never know.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
I like the way you think. 2-0 pitch, hit on the ground. First base side foul. Excuse me. I like the way you talk. He ought not hit like that. He's just a boy. The 2-1 pitch to Carlson. Popped up, right side, and long run for everybody, out of play. Speaking of Carlson, I used to know a guy named Carl Childers. Used to fix lawnmowers. One time I went to go borrow a Kaiser blade. He called it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade. Went out to the shed. Picked it out. Killed him. Ground ball to third. One play to first. And the Orioles have a run on the board. RBI ground out for Dylan Carlson, scoring Emmanuel Rivera. 12-1. And so it starts. Here's Sed Mullins. Runner at third, one out. I mean, let's make it 2. 90 feet away, one out. Mullins takes a first pitch strike. 12-1. Those are the odds of coming back. Call it a Baltimore miracle or something. Mullins takes high. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm thinking about buying some of that potted meat you got. 1-1. Mullins pops up behind second base. Not going to do it. Volpe with the catch. Oh, said, you've been clutch all season. We've got the fastest guy on the team at third base, and we can't hit the ball deep enough or on the ground to drive him in. Now look. Now we've got a moment. Making his major league debut. Coming on to pinch hit for Adley Rutschman. It's Maverick Handley, who in AAA in 15 games was raking, hitting .346 down there. Well, kid, you got nothing to lose here. All it is your big league debut, and this is the second mound meeting of the inning. Priced, Yankees, you're up still by 11. You got a guy who's never stood at a plate in a major league ball game up right now. I think you're going to be okay. What's with the meeting? Runner at third, 2 down. Maverick Handley, which, by the way, if you're in the adult film industry, a great name. That pitch is high for ball 1. I mean, there is a guy out in the valley right now kicking himself going, why didn't I come up with that name first? There's a called strike. Backdoor slider from Rodon. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Pitch off the plate, 2-1. Mateo at third, the pitch. He takes inside. Maverick showing some good patience here. He's wearing number 98. That's the year I turned 21. Pitch. On the outside corner at the knees. Right on the black for strike 2. We got a full count. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. On the gas. On the outside edge. Rodon strikes out Handley in his first major league at bat. The Orioles get their first hit. They get their first walk. They score their first run. And that might be the highlight of the night. On to the 7th, 12-1 Yankees. Yeah, Dylan Dingler, definitely a top-tier adult film name. I mean, how old is he? Boogie Nights came out, what, in 98? I could totally see the parents of Dylan Dingler naming him Dylan Dingler because it sounds very close to Dirk Diggler. They didn't want to go Dirk Dingler because it's too obvious. But they're like, oh, we'll go with Dylan. Oh, hey, Michael, don't you worry. I have not forgotten about Dick Lovelady. How can I? Who can forget? Age and shrinkage are a thing. That's right, Costanza. Careful coming out of the water. My last name is pretty sweet. Yeah, Ryan Lust. I tell you, put any girl's name there, Ryan, and she's in the industry. Just pick a random lady's name. Let's try it. Sharon. Sharon Lust. Oh, God, that's perfect. In fact, that's probably a group scene. Phyllis. Probably the least attractive name out there. No offense to anybody named Phyllis. Phyllis Lust, though. Now you got something. Aaron Judge with a ground ball that Gunnar Henderson can't handle. God. Gunnar, we've been watching Anthony Volpe at short look so smooth out there. You get a chance to do something, and man, sometimes he cannot just corral that ball in the glove. Just squirts out. And speaking of squirting out, let's talk about some more names. Myrtle. Line drive, caught by Mateo, throw to first. And off the bag is Rivera. Judge is safe. I thought we might get a quick double play there. But it's one down. Runner at first. Here's Goldschmidt. Dylan Carlson is now in the ball game in center field. Mullins will have the rest of the game off. And Gunnar probably should be taken out of the game too, but they leave him in there, and he's the one that made the error. And now we're getting a pinch runner for the Yankees. Aaron Judge is off for the rest of the night. Pablo Reyes on the run. So we're basically watching a late inning spring training game at this point, folks. Paul Goldschmidt, a couple of hits tonight. My voice is about to die. Edith Lust and Myrtle Lust. Myrtle and Edith Lust. Oh, I mean, you know, I'm already. Hold on, I gotta go to my search engine just to make sure. Hold on. Swing and a miss. The count is 1-2. How about Ethel? Ethel Lust. Hey, ladies out there, Janet, anybody else? Aren't you happy that some of those ladies' names have basically been retired? I mean, Ethel. It sounds like, oh, look at this diving stop by Arias. Goes to second for the force, and they got him. What a play by Ramon Arias. That was slick as hell. Trent Grisham's not so sure that he's out. Why aren't you sure, idiot? You're out. Get out of here. You took your foot off the bag anyway. You're out, you dummy. Two down, runner at first for Cody Bellinger. Let's see, Amanda Lust sounds perfectly modern and acceptable. You got to go, Ronnie, we're trying to go back to like old school lady names that you never even hear anymore. Like, Helga. I mean, we're getting... Is anybody outside of Germany named Helga? Now we're really... If we're going to go international, then we got a bunch of names. 2-0 pitch. Just start naming female cast members from Game of Thrones. Fran. Gertrude. That's perfect. Gertrude Lust. That's my favorite one. I swear, I don't think there's as much adult film as there is out there. And there must be, like, not even joking, 500,000 names, right? There's got to be like 500,000 registered names. I don't think there can be one Gertrude. I'm gonna have to do some of my own personal research after this ball game. I'm on the hunt for a Gertrude. Payoff pitch to Bellinger is low, ball 4. Hey, Morton with a walk. I feel normal again. Sue's pedals lust. I don't know if you can use the pedals, but I appreciate what's funny is when I'm thinking of old names, I was going through It's a Wonderful Life to try to think of names. I'm like, well, Mary, that's not going to work. Who is the Violet? That's still Violet Lust would absolutely work. Eunice. Prudence is pretty good too, by the way. Mildred. A lot of them begin with M. Have you noticed that? Myrtle, Mildred. What else? All right, maybe I'm... Okay, Edith was one, and Ethel. Okay, so E's, M's. Maple. Maple Lust. That sounds like a good fragrance. I wanna wear some of that. 2 on, 2 out for Oswald Peraza. The 0-1 pitch is tapped back toward Morton, but it gets past him, and a barehanded pickup from Gunnar, and he wisely puts it in his pocket. Bases loaded for the Yankees here with 2 down in the top of the 7th. Judith Moon Zombie. Zappa approves. Matilda Lust. I think that one would pass. Doris is good. Beulah. You guys are good. You guys are like that. Does everybody have like one of those baby name books like within arm's reach? Just going down the list? Somebody's Googling this. Somebody's Googling worst names for ladies. You guys can't be this good. Yeah, Hazel Janet, I saw it. Yeah, Hazel's pretty good. But I think Hazel Lust, a name like Hazel, I think passes in the industry. Anything that's like a color will get you in the door. Mary Todd. Agatha Lust. God. Oh, my God. Please, Charm City chat. Look, I already turned off the ads. I don't know what else to do. I tell you what, tomorrow, come back, I'm giving away memberships. Now, Michael, you know damn well Candy Lust would work. I can't believe Henderson just dropped another ball. Henderson just dropped another ball on the infield. You know what? Sit him tomorrow. Sit him tomorrow. Here's a hot take. I want Gunnar Henderson to sit tomorrow. That was Bush League right there. I don't care if we're getting our asses beat, Gunnar. What was that? Not even looking the ball into the glove. That was bad. I get it, dude. We're getting blown out, but you're out. You see those people sitting in the seats? They pay to watch you play. All right, can we get back to the fun with the names? Because that was annoying. Blanche Lust. Yeah, have we gone through all the Golden Girl names? Blanche. You guys are amazing. Gone with my virginity. Because tomorrow is another lay. Get it? Frankly, my dear, I don't give head. That ball's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey, who wants to make a adult film parody of Gone with the Wind? I'll start casting. I'll put up a community post. I'm sure YouTube won't mind. Here's a pitch outside. A curveball from Morton. 2-2 on Austin Wells. Bases loaded, 2 out. Top of the 7th. 13-1 Yanks. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Yay! Henderson is dropping a lot of balls lately. That's his 4th there. That last one, Dan. That one screamed like I've checked out. I'm sorry, dude. Look, Mullins can check out because Hyde took Mullins out of the game. So Mullins is allowed now to check out. Adley Rutschman is out of the game. Rutschman's allowed to check out. Gunnar, you're on the field. You don't check out. Period. Period. If I'm managing, I bench him tomorrow regardless of the fact that we're trying to win a series against the Yankees, because that is a teaching moment right there. Gunnar, if you want to be a leader on this team, what you did right there was not a good that was not good for your resume. Left-handed starter Alberto. I wanted O'Hearn in the lineup today. The lineup I created had him in it. But to be fair, the guy that I removed to put him in is Jorge Mateo, and Mateo has got like the only frickin' hit, so what do I know? I don't think there is a lineup that's going to match the 13 runs the Yankees have put up on the board. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, if the manager takes you out of the game, then that's one thing. You know, check out. Take a mental health, whatever. Agreed with that too, George. It's not a good look for the team. And you know what? I got a feeling that this whole leadership issue going on right now, it's like, you remember last year at the start of spring training, Gunnar Henderson sort of just anointed himself the shortstop. We didn't really know who our shortstop was going to be. By the way, Gunnar's at the plate and he takes a first pitch strike, and he's 0 for 2 tonight. J.C. Escara now at first base. Pablo Reyes in right field. So Goldschmidt and Judge are out of the ball game. That pitch is outside, 1-1. So last spring, Gunnar Henderson, coming off a Rookie of the Year campaign, he was making more starts in the latter half of that rookie season at short, and he basically said, I want to be the shortstop. And we're like, okay, well, you just won Rookie of the Year, and you're the future, and he had a great season last year, obviously, offensively. And we worked it out. We put Westberg at third, and hey, Gunnar hits one to right, and that ball's going to go. Bye-bye birdie. Gunnar Henderson. Okay, you want to make up for the error? There you go. My goodness. Gunnar with his 3rd home run of the season onto the flag court. Just under 400 feet. 105 off the bat. Don't worry about the homer hose. Honestly, the homer hose really has to just be left alone when you're down by double-digit runs. But credit to Gunnar. He went yard. 2nd run of the day for the Orioles, and that'll do it for Rodon. He only gave up 2 hits. 3 straight righties due up, though, and the Yankees are going to go to a right-handed reliever. Anyway, I know it's all going to sound crazy now because you just watched Gunnar Henderson hit a home run, but I still feel like there is something going on with, like, who is the real leader in the clubhouse, right? Because it feels like Adley Rutschman, as soon as he joined this team, he instantly took that title. And then Gunnar kind of, outpaced Adley in terms of becoming a star player. I mean, runner-up MVP. So is it Gunnar who's sort of the guy? I don't know. I'm just, all I'm going to say is Gunnar Henderson is a great, great ball player. A lot of great tools, MVP caliber player. I don't know if he's a leader, though. I don't know. Okay? Like George was saying there earlier, slamming the bat down every time he doesn't make contact to his liking. Plays on the infield where, a team leader does not make a mistake like the one he made in that last half inning in the field. But it's okay. Not every great player is going to have to also be your leader, okay? But we do need a leader. But it feels like maybe Gunnar was sort of designated it based on stats, but he wasn't really doing leadership type things in the clubhouse. This is all speculation, folks. You can say it's a load of horse crap if you'd like, but I'm just trying to figure this out, The fact that it was Ced Mullins and Ryan O'Hearn coming together to put a team meeting and have a talk, it wasn't Gunnar Henderson putting that together. You know where I'm coming from on this? Mr. Hyde, that's true too. Anthony Santander, even though the stats he's putting up with the Blue Jays aren't exactly hurting us, his leadership was unmistakably helpful to the team. And we didn't replace that. Tyler O'Neill doesn't seem to be that guy. Nice move to bring the donuts on opening day. We need a little bit more than that. We need a guy every day pumping up this team. Here's a ground ball from Mountcastle to third base, and now he's 0 for 3. His slump continues. Hamilton in the game, right-hander in relief of Rodon. Ramon Laureano coming up. Yeah, Patrick, long story short, just like you say, it's Ced and O'Hearn. Let them be the leaders. Let them, let them carry this team on their backs. Gunnar can still put up big numbers. Everybody can do their thing. But when it comes to, setting the tone, the attitude in the clubhouse, you got Mullins and O'Hearn, a couple of veterans here. Couple of guys who have, played through some lean years, whether you're talking about Mullins during his days with the Orioles when we were losing 100 games, or O'Hearn back when he was with the Royals and they were losing a bunch and they just flat out cut him. Those guys have seen dark days. They know they have a window of opportunity here, and they're playing their asses off. You got some other players here who, they've been prospects. They've been tagged as great players, and they come up into the team and were immediately successful, and maybe some adversity and a bit of a gut check is what some of these other players need. I don't want to call anybody out individually. But yeah, we need some leaders. Santander is gone. But Ced and O'Hearn, I think, can do that job. Here's a swing and a miss, and Laureano strikes out. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Folks, we didn't even do the stretch.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
I mean, it's just been a tough night. I got one cake. I got one frickin' cake. Folks, we've got half the amount of audience as last night. And, Here's a ground ball to short, and Volpe's had a busy night over to first in time. Inning over. On to the 8th. It's 13-2 Yankees. We're still going with the adult film names. Okay. Let me think. I got to come up with one more. You guys have been too good. Sacagawea. Gee, you guys are pretty damn funny. All right, Jeremiah. All right. You got a good joke in. Let's not ruin it. I just happen to live in a large community here. I'm a regular dude. I like chicks, whatever. But I love all people, right? That's me. Give me some more. There's no way anyone's topping. I still haven't seen anything top Gertrude, to be honest. If you can make BW laugh harder than Gertrude, then you win. Mary Margaret Lust. Mary Magdalene Lust? Well, wait a minute. Based on her actual biblical story, that actually adds up. That doesn't work. How about Octavia Lust? Actually sounds pretty damn sexy. I'm not going to lie. Janet, you're not good at this. Oswalda. BirdWatcher. See, now you guys, I think you've hit all the names. You guys are grasping at straws now. Esmeralda. No, see, that sounds fantastic. Wasn't she in Dusk Till Dawn dancing around with a snake? That sounds good. Who's out here pitching? Cionel Perez, of course, right? Did Perez chop off the locks? Jackson Holliday's into the ballgame at second base. Mateo moves over to short, and that means Gunnar is now out of the game. Swing and a miss at 96. Did Cionel Perez chop off the locks? He's got a fresh haircut. I thought this dude had hair coming out of his hat last time I saw him. There's a pitch fouled away. 1-2 on Oswaldo Cabrera. 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and a run scored. Winifred Lust. How about Oprah Lust? Is that one taken? There's a name that's definitely not in the industry. I don't think you're allowed to go with Oprah as your first name in the industry. I think Oprah would file a cease and desist and win. Giselle. Come on. There's like a famous model with that name. Girth Brooks. And now we're just coming up with pun names that aren't even female act. She trademarked it, yeah. And then she's got Harpo as well, right? Harpo Industries, just her name backwards. She's got it frontwards and backwards. Oh, well, if you've got a Brazilian wife, I don't think she's going to come up with names that won't work. They're probably all going to sound pretty good. What's going on here? We got a full count on Cabrera after a pitch that was in the dirt. Oh, they're wondering if it hit him on the foot. Looks like it did get the edge of his left toe there. Did they call him as being hit? They did. So a hit batter by Cionel Perez to begin the 8th inning. Great start. How about Constance. Constance Lust? That's not too good. Dolores. Harriet. Harriet. This is the best conversation engagement I've had all season. Mulva. Now, come on. Is that really a name? There's no name. No way there's a name that rhymes with vulva. How about a lot of vagina lust? Pamela Henderson. See, now we're getting into, again, like established, like pun names. Yeah, Patrick, I drive a Volvo. You don't? They get great mileage. Did we get off topic on point? You know, for a name like On Point, I need you to keep me on point. 1-2 to Grisham. Runner at first, nobody out. Foul back, still 1-2. How about Ichabod? We have to go to a male name now. We need to come up with something different than Lust. So who's the new catcher we have? Maverick Hanley. So let's use Hanley as a last name. Ichabod Hanley. Leslie, see, that never works. Whenever you have like alliteration in the adult film industry is so important. If you got a double L like a Leslie Lust, you're in. I bet you that name probably exists. Honus. All right, Rod wins. I think Rod said Gertrude earlier, too, by the way. Honus Lust. Ground ball to second, and Holiday can't handle it. A double play ball, and he can't handle it. My God, I can't wait for this game to be over. I'm enjoying our interaction in the chat. I'm glad that we're all able to take our minds off of this and, you know, not go bat-esque crazy. Guano loco, as I like to say. Ty Cock. All right, now we're not even trying, parking lot. Now we're not even trying. That's just the name. Cock. That is a base hit down the first base line. Another run is in. And it's 14-2. That was Reyes. This bench dude I ain't ever heard of. RBI single down. All right, and boy, I tell you what, Cino Perez, it's kind of unfair. I know he needs to be a low leverage guy, but this is so low leverage, and he was just starting to look a little bit better. Again, I blame Brandon Hyde for leaving him out there, giving up that go-ahead home run to Spencer Torkelson, and that loss to Detroit, that one-run loss. This is his first appearance since then. He's coming into this garbage time game. And there's a chance his stats could take a giant beating again here. First and third, nobody out for Ben Rice. Swing and a miss, and down goes Rice. Quickly on 3 pitches. Strikeout for Perez. Here you go, buddy. Gladys Lust and the Pimps. I remember them. They were great in the 70s. Hung Solo. Again, these are established. I was having more fun when you guys were creatively coming up with your own original, like, funny names of. But now we're just going to the well. You guys are going to the well. Come on, Hung Solo. I'll let it pass. Whatever. Raleigh Fingers Handley. Gwendolyn Butterface. Any relation to Buttermaker? That pitch gets away. Runner at third will stay put. Runner at first moves to second. So double play ball out of order. By the way, Ascara, the batter at the plate. I mean, just dudes I've never heard of. I don't know these dudes. Chewbacca Lust. Now, believe me, Chilo, there's a lot of fetishists out there when it comes to Star Wars. I think you'll find an actual fan base for a Chewbacca Lust. There's a swing and a miss. Ascara strikes out. 2 down. Runner still at second and third. Aunt Jemima Lust. Wait. Now, if you can get Mrs. Butterworth and Aunt Jemima together, now we're talking. Cakes on the griddle. Pitch to Bellinger. Called a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bellinger's 2 for 3. Patrick, we are thankfully in the 8th inning. Just after 8 a.m. over here. Low and away. Oh, here's a decent one. How about Daphne? Daphne Lust. That one doesn't work, does it? Old Gay Seasoning. Yeah, we're reaching now. We are definitely reaching. It doesn't even make sense as a name, first or last. This ball's hit to left. Caught out there by, is that Kerstad in the game? I mean, everybody, it's a giant cluster F of a scorecard at this point, folks. Let's just get through this. We're going to the bottom of the 8th, down 12. Laverne Lust. Does Laverne Lust have a giant L, like, stitched into her sweater? I don't know. Maybe down at the, we can find another lady to our liking down at the nightclub tonight.
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Oh wait, what was the name of Shirley Hemphill's? Oh wait, how about Florna? How about Florna Lust? James, how could you think of me in the adult film industry like that? James, what a terrible idea. What have you done with the rent money this month? James. Florna Lust. Dynamite. Florida floor cleaner. Oh, Rod, Edith, he got to go back like an hour ago when this conversation started. How long is this? Can we please keep it up all the way till the final out? Can we do it? And then we could submit this game to the Orioles front office and go, look, hey, the product on the field right now, here's what your fans are doing. They're coming up with old lady names who might work in the adult film industry. That's what we do. Maybe, fix something. Speaking of fix, I got to fix this joint. Emmanuel Rivera on an 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Rivera, 0 for 1. I think he reached on a walk, or was it a hit by a pitch? He got on base somehow earlier. Surely. He's been up more than once. We're in the 8th inning. Surely. Swing and a miss, and he's down on 3 pitches. By the way, it's Hamilton still out there on the mound. Aretha Lust. You better think. That Florina looked the same as Big Papi. I did not see that episode, George, but I'm thinking of the actress, and I'm thinking of David Ortiz with their faces next to each other, and it is a theory. Minerva Lust. Urethra leaker. All right, Patrick. You're go to the corner. Go to the corner, Patrick. Face the corner. 5 minutes. Urethra leaker. Oh, boy. Jorge Mateo with an 0-2 count. Everybody left in the crowd right now, probably Yankee fans or Baltimore fans who can't find an Uber. Swing and a miss, and down goes Mateo, 2 away. Margaret Thatcher Hatcher. What? I think Margaret Thatcher just alone is enough of a boner killer. That ball's hit on the ground, backhanded by the third baseman, and Carlson is retired. We go to the 9th. Let's hurry up, folks. Keep those names coming. One more inning to go. Janet Reno. Oh, God. Janet Reno Lust. Janet Reno's sex tape. Yeah, that's right. By the way, folks, hopefully the kids are in bed at this hour. By the way, if you do have a child and you are making them listen to a game like this at this stage, that could be grounds for, put SpongeBob on. You don't want to be here. All right? Oh, Will Ferrell's version of Janet Reno?
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
You know what? That clip has a whole different meaning when you think of it in the context of that's actually Janet Reno on the set of an adult film.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
You see what I mean? Totally different clip now. All right. Your 13-year-old son's giving suggestions you're not sure they're appropriate. Hey, nobody comes up with better funny names than a 13-year-old boy. Okay? So, my advice, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to step in as the patriarch here, but my advice would be let it ride. What do you got, kid? Holy cow, look, who's watching the Yes broadcast of this game? We have got a muscle-bound meathead that obviously I would not say those words to within 500 yards from. Holy cow. Okay, groomer. Wait a minute, you're joking, right? I remember being 13 and making funny names or naughty names or whatever. It's about as normal as a activity for somebody at the age of 13 that I can think of. I don't know about you growing up, but that's pretty standard from my neighborhood. Here's Brian Baker into the ball game. Oswald Peraza at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Okay, Robert's just kidding. Well, it's a great joke to imply that I'm a groomer. Ronnie, it's just a joke. Just a joke. Luckily, we've got it confirmed. This pitch is hit to right field. Laureano with the catch. Peraza retired. 1 away in the top of the 9th. Anthony Volpe coming up. Can't wait to get some breakfast. Folks, come on back tomorrow night. Why? Because we still have a shot at winning a series. Our first series win. And if we can do it against the Yankees, to me, that's just poetic. It's poetry. We'd be able to say, hey, guess what? We had to wait a month to win a series. You know why? Because we had to wait till we faced you guys. Cade Povich is going to be on the mound. Let's see if we show up. 1 ball and 1 strike on Volpe. Okay. Your son's bulletproof. Nice. Wait, which knees, Rod? Which knees are you talking about?
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
Pamper myself, breakfast and a massage. Yeah, I might go with the full service. This pitch is the shortstop, Mateo, over to first. In time for the 2nd out. Yep, I might have to do a little pipe cleaning today, Might as well. That time of the year. Anybody remember Glenn Bragg from the Astros? His first or second week, he gets his job in the Baltimore dugout. What do you mean gets his job? I remember Glenn Bragg. Yeah, if we can't have a happy ending in this game, I can pay for one, I guess. Maybe I can ask somebody about all these names. See what they think. Do some role playing. Can I please call you Gertrude? Oh, God. I might have to. Just the thought of it is making me feel better. Well, Sybil. Geez. Austin Wells with a 3-1 count, 2 down, nobody on. Brian Baker on the mound. Wells is 0 for 5. Fouls it back, full count. Let's give Austin Wells an 0 for 6 night. We'll take that as our victory. Peggy Sue, what, for Nick Cage is best? You know, Wells goes deep to left. He's not 0 for 6. That ball leaves the yard. It's 15-2. And that is now, is that now 6 home runs tonight? I remember my mom taking me to see Peggy Sue got married. I was probably only about 10 years old at the time. And I was so confused about the movie because that came out like a year after Back to the Future, I want to say, maybe 2 years. And I knew there was some kind of like time travel thing going on, and they were going back to the 50s, and it was kind of like a comedy. So I'm thinking, like, is this Back to the Future? Where's Doc? Where's the DeLorean? Why is the chick from Romancing the Stone wearing a poodle skirt? I was just confused. But Nick Cage, for me, leaving Las Vegas dramatically, I thought that was good. Moonstruck, I thought he was really good. This pitch is fouled back. Raising Arizona, I think, is absolutely a masterpiece of comedy. And that was Nick Cage pulling that off. What else? There's a swing and a miss. Down goes whoever the hell that was. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Moana Lust. Yeah, it's around Con Air and Face Off for me, Michael. That's where the Face Off. Here we go. Yeah, you guys are now hitting. That's for me that's the line where most of everything that he did before those movies, most of it I really liked. Maybe a couple I didn't. And then everything after those movies, only a couple I like, and then most of it I don't. Does that make any sense? That's where, mid-90s. We're still coming in with the names. Muriel Lust. Boy. Has anybody said Beatrice? Beatrice Lust? Oh, you love the score to Raising Arizona? Hey, you know I do a damn good impression of that yodeling guy. I'm going to have to take a drink. It is now about 8:30 a.m. So I think I can get away with this. Hold on. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Beavis. Doesn't even matter if it's a name or a lady or a guy anymore. Amos and Andy Lust. Hey, Cantankerous. We're just trying to get the hell out of here. Yankees have a lefty up to pitch, and the Orioles have a lefty up to hit. Heston Kjerstad taking his first swings of the night. Tyler Matzik, the reliever. Kjerstad fouls it back. His average has dropped down to 186. He was up in the 260s there about a week ago, and he has joined a lot of his teammates in a slump. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Yeah, there's a lot of embarrassing Nicolas Cage movies out there in like 21st century Nick Cage. Another good one early, David Lynch, Wild at Heart. Got to give him that one. He got to be pure Nick Cage in that. Vampire's Kiss, well, I wouldn't say is a very good movie. Nick Cage is absolutely bonkers in it, and like early Nick Cage bonkers. If you like your Nick Cage bonkers and you haven't seen Vampire's Kiss, go ahead and, go ahead and give that a try. 2-2 on Kerstad. I'll give you another good one he was in. He's been in 2 movies that were good with Vegas in the title. Not just Leaving Las Vegas as a dramatic role, but anybody remember the romantic comedy Honeymoon in Vegas with James Caan and Sarah Jessica Parker? I'm not even really a romantic comedy kind of a guy, and I think that's a pretty good movie. Payoff pitch. That is ball 4. Kerstad draws a leadoff walk, folks. 1 base runner down, 12 to go.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Yeah, I was sold on that movie Honeymoon in Vegas when the trailer came out. I just remember Nick Cage at a telephone booth trying to figure out what Hawaiian island his girlfriend is on, and he's like, "Is that Kapa'a'a or Kapa'a'a?" I'm like, all right, that's pretty funny. The 1-0. Just a bit low to Hanley, who's getting his second at-bat of the night. This is his major league debut. Struck out his first time up. Getting a chance to face a lefty here. Coming on to replace Adley Rutschman after this game got out of hand. That ball's tapped foul with 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, Honeymoon in Vegas was probably, what, like 92, 93, I want to say. The 2-1. That is right on the inside edge of the knees for a called strike. 2-2. Oh, yeah. That was the It Could Happen to You. Him and Bridget Fonda. Something to do with a lottery ticket. Again, romantic comedy. Really not my my genre, but that one's not bad. If you like a romantic comedy, you'd probably like it. Because I at least, didn't dislike it. So I think for people who like that genre, it's a pretty good one. Nick Cage has got a range, folks. People forget he's a bit of a caricature of himself. But I think he's had a pretty damn interesting career. That's for sure. There's a line drive by Holiday. That one's hit on a rope to center field. And he's thinking about 2 as the throw goes into third base. Kerstad moving up. And the Orioles have second and third with 1 out. That's a get wet hit. Nice job. Second and third. 1 out. Come on. Let's get a couple more runs out there. Okay, Mountcastle, honestly. If there ever was a time for Mountie to get out of his funk, you got a left-hander out there. You got second and third, only 1 out. For some reason, the Yankees are having a mound meeting. They've had like 4 mound meetings tonight in a game that they've been up by, double-digit runs. And they're out there talking strategy. Second and third for Mountie. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. 15-2 Yankees. First pitch from Matzik. And that one is low and away. It's a fastball, though, so Mountie gets a piece. Would have been a strike on that corner, but that is definitely a setup pitch. Because now Mounty's saying, well, damn, he can hit that outside corner if he goes there again. But with the lefty, you would hope it's going to break in toward his bat. That's a called strike, too, and Mountcastle, understandably frustrated. That looked a bit inside. 0-2. Mounty, please, man. For your own well-being, you have got to put the ball in play here. 0-2 pitch. That's hit in the air. That will probably score a run. Here comes Kjerstad running really hard. The throw is cut off. Kjerstad scores, and the Orioles get their third run of the night. Sac fly for Ryan Mountcastle. Well, we got a field goal. Take a hike, dude. Punk ass. Nice plug, by the way. I guess what are you actually? Your screen name is your media empire, and asking people to subscribe in the name. That is desperation galore. Holy cow. Here's Ramon Laureano. 2-0 the count. And that's upstairs for ball 3. I mean, I've seen it all now. Media empire lust. And is that a bicep too? And it's a bicep or something next to the... What is that? That's a called strike. 3-1. My vision. All right, yeah, tough guy. Who's a tough guy, huh? Who's a tough guy? I'm a tough guy with a media empire. All right, Andrew Tate, slow your roll. Ramon Laureano draws a 2-out walk, and the game will continue. I can't believe nobody has said Zelda lust. Because the only Zelda I can think of other than the Nintendo game is that lady from Pet Sematary. And, yeah. All right, this should end the ball game. Arias with a fly ball to left. Bellinger waits, and that'll do it. After a very gritty win last night, the Orioles tonight were done before they even had a chance to come up to hit. And when they did come up to hit, they didn't do much. A little bit late. Otherwise, this was another lopsided loss at the hands of the Yankees. This series is now split. And the very important rubber game coming up tomorrow. Again, the Orioles. We are a month into the season. Zelda was the sister with the jacked up back. She wasn't the main character. What you talking about, Janet? You want me to go to IMDb right in the middle of the wrap up? Zelda from Gatsby. Sorry, Zelda from Gatsby. Sorry, Janet. I missed the top. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't see the top part. All right. In the book. Right. Gotcha. Here we go. 15 runs, 19 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. The Orioles, folks, if you are a lotto player or if you need a magic number, I would go with 3. Because the Orioles tonight got 3 runs, got 3 hits, and made 3 errors. This is one of the ugliest box scores you're going to see, folks. I wish I didn't have to keep saying that. I thought last Easter was going to be, we gave up 9 less runs, I guess. Of course, 8 of the 9 extra runs were given up by position players, so gee, there really isn't a good way to put a spin on this, is there? Order being restored. No, you know what I think it is, Scott? I think one thing the Yankees might have done wrong tonight is blow their load. All you got to do is win, folks. The Yankees could wind up outscoring us in this series by 10 runs, but we still win the series. All right? Right now, they have a plus 11 run differential in 2 games, but the series is tied. You feel me? We go out there. We grind out a win with Cade Povich, trying to build up the best damn start of his young career. And we take this series in our house against the Yanks. You know why? Because stuff. I almost said the other word. As a way of evening out, yesterday was an anomaly. Your conception was an anomaly, Scott. But you're here. Congratulations. Anyway, Cade Povich was be on the mound tomorrow. Damn, that was a sick burn. That was a disgusting burn. Scott, it's okay. You'll heal. Cade Povich will be on the mound against Carlos Carrasco because, the Yankees should have all the confidence in the world with Carrasco. The fan base was so excited for him to be a part of this rotation this season. Who are you kidding, Yankee fans? You guys went super quiet when we beat you last night. Didn't call it an anomaly in the moment last night. Oh, but it's safe to say after we get pounded 15-3. Right, Scott? Probably not best to mess with your boy. But I understand why people have fun trying. And some are successful at doing it for, a solid 20 minutes straight. But, I'll do it all, folks. You want impressions? You want me to call a good game? You want me to argue with people in the chat or acting a fool? I can cover it all. I can do it all. Rodon improves to 4-3. Gibson has an 0-1 record. Time of the ball game, 2 hours, 57 minutes. 11 hits and 2 walks given up by Gibson. 5 of the 11 hits hit the flag court. That was... Oh, is that the only reason, Scott? Oh, okay. So you are going to go 128-0 the rest of the way, right? The only reason you're going to lose the rest of the year is because of a travel day, or maybe Aaron Judge has the sniffles. Okay, Scott. At least you're not living in a world of delusion. That's comforting. All right. So tomorrow it's going to be the same start time as tonight. 6:20 p.m. will be on the air. I want to say a big thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat for always doing a great job, particularly in games like this where it's not so easy to sit through. And for all of you that stuck around for the entire game. Wow. Talk about real fans. I love you too, Scott. Just try talking trash with somebody who's not going to come back and hit you 5 times harder. Try it on Twitter. You got some easy targets out there, man. Me, I got a black belt in this. What do you want? $300 million payroll has its advantages. Mr. Hyde, look, I don't think this Yankees team is all that great, okay? I thought they were better with Soto. in the lineup. The additions have been nice. Goldschmidt's having a good season, but Bellinger hasn't done that much. Devin Williams hasn't done that much. Max Fried was a good addition, but more so because they got other guys injured right now. If they didn't have Max Fried, they'd be in a world of hurt. World of hurt. Pre-game speech on Wednesday. Loving that final score of the Yankees smoking the Orioles. Yeah, thank you for smoking us. We'd love to get smoked. Oh, I'm sorry, James. See, that's a euphemism over here where I am. To get smoked means for somebody to give you a head. So you're basically telling me that the Yankees gave us head. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Yankees, for smoking us. For smoking us. We feel much better now. We're relaxed. We're calm because you guys just smoked us. That's why everybody's back in the clubhouse sitting in their... they got their legs up. They're smoking a cigarette. Great job, Yankees. You guys are the best at smoking. I tell you what. All right. Once again, folks, keep on trying. Your boy's going to bust your balls. You know what? In the words of Ryan O'Hearn, suck my balls. This has been the Birdwatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.